Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony Max. Y'all know I do it to the max. Coming back at y'all again with another fantastic episode of Truth to Life, where we discuss real life issues that affect real life people in real everyday life. Well, in today's issue, you guys, we're going to discuss this topic. Why can modern black women not handle the truth? Modern black women cannot handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. Why is that? We're going to get into the nuts and bolts of it and show you how it plays out on a regular basis everywhere. So, with that being said, I hope you got your pen and your pad. You ready? Come on, let's dig in. Okay, you guys, why is it that modern black women just cannot seem to handle the truth? Everything has to be a tap dancing, verbal acrobatics, attempt at escape and avoidance of the truth. Face the truth, accept the truth. It's the truth. These are the facts. Numbers don't lie. You are the problem. You black women, yes, look, for one, before we even get started, I love my sisters. I only date black women. That's it. That's all I fool with my whole life. I've dibbled and dabbled a couple of times that I can count on one hand from Latin women and white women on one hand. Back when I was much younger. But since then, bro, I mean, it's only sisters for me, man. 99.999. So don't get it twisted and think, oh, Tony Max, you bashing black women. No, I love my sisters. Part of the reason why I make these videos is making amends for all the women that I have hurt. I used to be the bad guy, man, and I'm still kind of a bad guy to a degree, well, in the way that I move. But I'm not a bad guy in actual action. You know what I'm saying? I don't really live that way no more. I'm still a player, in other words. I move like a player still moves, but I'm not a player no more because that's just part of who I am. So naturally, I'm still gonna move like that. Which is I'm just that dude. I got the it, and the it ain't never going nowhere, baby. That's what it is. So anyway, I digress. What I'm saying is that when you bring, I recently had a conversation, it was actually just last night, with these two reasonably intelligent black women. One was 34, the other was close to it, I'm guessing. She looked like she was somewhere in her 30s. I guess like early to mid 30s as well. And one of them she was attractive and the other was average. Well, the problem was that on both sides, every time they were faced with the facts about what black women are doing wrong with black men that are in the market, because we're only speaking of a specific category of men, a specific group of men, high value men only. So if you are a down low homosexual, if you're an outright homosexual, if you're abusive, if you're a drug addict, if you're in jail or prison, if you are if you have low self-esteem, if you are a dude that don't look good, if you fat and sloppy and nasty, if you lazy, all of these things, I'm not talking about none of them dudes. I'm not talking about none of those guys. If you are not a natural born leader, if you don't have ambition, if you don't know how to lead a family and structure and plan, and if you don't know how to do these things, I am not talking about those men. I'm not talking about your bad choices, ladies, and I kept trying to get them to understand this, and they couldn't understand. At the end of the day, you chose them dudes. You chose the beta males. And both of them did make some pretty good points. One of those points was the beta males that pretend to be like they're alphas, which I don't even really see how that can happen anyway. And then after they end, once they good, then they relax into their beta position. I don't even see how you could fake and be a beta, because it's just, we alphas for a reason, and it's just how we move. It's who we are. That's like trying to be a playboy, pretending to be a playboy. You can't pretend to have the it. So what it really breaks down to, ladies, is that you don't know how to pick men. That's all it is. Ain't no such thing as a beta male pretending to be an alpha. You just don't know how to pick men. That's all it is. That's the reason why you continuously have horrible relationship, one train wreck after the next. That's why since the beginning of time, men have always picked the husbands for their daughters. we've always done that since the beginning of time. Once we veered away from that and you guys start trying to do it on your own, it's been train wrecks ever since. So yeah, you need a man. You need men, not just a man, but you need men in your life to properly guide you, to lead you in whatever direction it is that you need to be led in. Period. That's just what you're created to be led. Your purpose on this planet is to be a follower of your man. You are behind your man. Period. And if you don't have a man and you gotta be the head of the house and etc. and do all this, that's fine. We understand it because you single or a single parent or whatever. That's cool. But again, I'm not talking about the dudes that don't have these leadership qualities, the charisma, the tenacity, the hard-working work ethic, and the ethics, period. I'm not talking about those dudes. You thinking about those dudes because this is your experiences and this is all that you have to bring to the front of your mind as I'm talking and bringing up these points. So when I bring the truth to you, stop trying to tap dance around the facts and accept the facts for what they are. The problem is in the mirror. You are the problem. Yes, I love you, girl, because I love my sisters. I'm soul brother number one. But at the end of the day, you the problem. The same way I had to look in the mirror and face the problems that were wrong with me, myself, Tony Max, and I had to work, get to reading and talking to Jesus and getting on my self-improvement to make myself a better man so that I wouldn't be running through women no more and just using y'all for sex and move around, knock them down, move around, knock them down, move around. That was a process of work for me. I had to work. And the problem is that y'all think y'all look so good and y'all so fine and cute and pretty that all y'all gotta do is come in a relationship and everything is supposed to be fantastic. No, dog, you just don't know how to play your position. And that's the key, that's the name of the game. The key to a successful relationship, all successful relationships, is for the woman to recognize off top, play your position. As you see these men, if you happen to meet an alpha male, a lot of black women that are pretty and have been having a pretty privileged thing going on, you guys are so used to just showing up and not having to do nothing, that when it comes to a relationship level, you think that the same dynamics are going to be in full effect, and they're not. So you begin to get offended, and you think that the man is doing something wrong because he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's trying to lead you, but you're not willing to follow him, and you're creating all of the rifts and the stress and the tension in the relationship because you're too combative with the guy. I'm not gonna tolerate it, but I'm just speaking in general because, hey, some guys, they figure you might look, you might be all right. I want to make her wifey, so I'm gonna deal with it and, to the best of my ability and see if I can work with her. But I'm not gonna waste my time, dog. If you don't know where you fit in off the muscle, day one, first conversation, once I see them red flags, I holler at you, baby. Do you? I ain't doing no tripping. You know how many women it is out here? 8s, 9s, and 10s that's dying to have a good man like me. Yeah, man, I ain't got to walk around with a flag or I'm a good man, y'all. I'm a high value man. Look at my sign. Nah, it's just the way I move. I move like that. So again, those men that fit that criterion, and you'll be able to find that out just by your interactions of dealing with a high value man. You're not gonna cheat. And what is a high value man? Let me define it again. A man who's not gonna cheat on you. He's loyal to a fault. He's going to respect you, treat you well, and love you like the Bible says to do. And he's going to lead you in the right direction. And he's a high value man. And he's in at least the middle class of earnings on up, which is $40,000 and better, $42,000 and on up. That's what a high value man is. And he's in the market for a wife. He's actively looking for a wife. So the whole purpose of the relationship is a wife. I'm only talking about those guys, those black guys, those African guys, African Americans of us who meet that specific criteria. Doesn't do drugs, ain't always in the clubs and all the crazy stuff, just all the extra, and really just focused on wifey and progress in life. That's who I'm talking about. You don't fit that criteria? I ain't talking about you, bro. So ladies, if the ones that are coming to your mind don't meet that criteria, I'm not talking about them. I'm only talking about those that I just defined. So when I come to you and tell you these things, or not just me, but other guys, you got your Kevin Samuels, your O'Shea's, and all these other guys, and even ladies, like gosh, what is her name? Erica Lachey. I love me some Erica Lachey. She's all the way live. And she's a woman's woman. Matter of fact, she's an alpha female. And you know what's so live about her being an alpha female? What makes her an alpha female? Y'all should check her videos out on I think she's on YouTube too, but she more so be on Instagram. Her name is Erica Lachey. Please pull this woman up. This woman is in her 30s or early 30s, I believe. Either late 20s or early 30s, one or two. I think she's like 28 or 29, something like that. Anyway, she's a very attractive sister. I'm gonna give her. She's a strong 8. She's a solid 8 for sure. She bad. 8. And you know what? She's fully aware of her position and she relaxes into her position off the muscle. I do understand, ladies, that it's not an instant transition, but as you get to know this alpha male that you've talked to, this high value man, you begin to relax into your position once you see that this guy, he really is the truth. Beyond his looks, beyond him being handsome, okay, yeah, he really is the truth. So let me go ahead, you got it. That's how it's supposed to go. But when y'all doing all this fighting to hold on and all that, that tells me that you're not with a high value man in the first place. Because one, a high value man, what he's gonna do is gonna let you know, look, you ain't got to worry about this, cause I got it. Chill. You might have been taking care of this for a minute, but I'm in your life now, and this is my position. So slide back. I got you. And then rock from there. At that point of him letting you know, which he really shouldn't have to do anyway, but at that point, it shouldn't be that particular issue should never arise again. But you guys that got the pretty privilege, or you combative and you just hard to deal with, you don't know how to move with a high value black man, then yeah, kick rocks. He gonna move around and find a sister that's less problematic. You are way too problematic. Y'all can't handle the truth. So when y'all hear of the other different influencers telling y'all, putting these facts out there, and you trying to be combative with the facts, that's a demonstration within itself that there's a problem with you. Soon as you feel your mouth start running when some truth is out there, that should let you know that you the problem. Deal with yourself. Go get you some professional help. Go read you some books or something. Go consult with some older marriages, people that got nothing but gray hair in their 80s and 90s or 70s and 80s and 90s, and learn how to humble yourself and slide back and play your position of support. Your position, women, is support, not shoulder-to-shoulder partner, not shoulder-to-shoulder equal with no man anyway. You can go get you some girlfriends like them. I think they was in New York. Them girls that married each other. You can go do that if that's what you want to do. But if you want you a high value man, whether he's a plumber, a carpenter, a truck driver, whatever he is, if he's a good man, he's a high value man. Again, only based on the criteria that I listed before. Then it's a certain way that you're gonna have to move with us, because we're not gonna tolerate it. We're not finna argue with you. We're not finna go through them changes. We finna fire you and hire someone else. We do have options, and plenty of options. Please believe that, for real. How can we have see, these problems, they start in the family, but how do we have families? One of the other girls, she said, the other lady, the average attractive lady, the average looking lady, she said that the problems start in the family. And that's the thing that she kept trying to say, what about, and it was the what about youism. What about men? What about men? I'm tired of hearing about y'all telling us the black woman this, the black woman that. Hey, look, y'all did it to yourself. It ain't us. We're just really putting it out there now because it's gotten to such a head to where it's just a mess all across, to where you have really high percentages of us as high value black men that are single, and you have so many, 70% or over 70% of households of black women in the black community are single mothers. Over 70%? Dog, guess what? If it's over 70% of y'all that are single, you might want to look in the mirror. You just might. Logic would dictate that there's a problem with the product if the product is not being sold. No one is buying you. You're not being bought. That's just what it is. So hey man, I hope that makes sense. I hope you've taken notes. I just came to bring that little tidbit of information to you. Thank y'all again for coming to the channel. Thanks for the love and support. The music that you hear in the background right now is my own. I got a whole lot more coming. Yeah, I do R&B music, and my album is coming out soon. So just hopefully by March, if everything goes well. It's a lot of work because I'm doing everything myself, as I always do. I'm Tony Max. You know, what else can I do? But yeah, if you guys are on your laptop or your PC, look up in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see the ways to support. The links are going to be up there. And you'll see as you hover over them, it'll tell you the ways to support the channel. And if you're on your phone or your tablet, beneath the video where it says show more or read more, click that and you'll see the ways to support there. And hey man, thanks for the likes, shares, and subscribes. Continue to subscribe, you guys. I'm trying to get to this first 1,000, so keep them subscriptions coming. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and click all where it says all that after you hit the notification bell, so you can be one of the first to be notified as I release new content. And again, thank you guys for all the love and support. And hey, till next we meet, peace and progress to you, baby.